Minnesota's famed winter isn't what it used to be. Minneapolis, you bundled up against the icy cold and drifting snow. Don Olson has tended the trail of a popular cross-country ski race in Minnesota for years. Fixing problem spots on the Vasilopitz route often meant braving the freezing temperatures and frigid winds that have always defined this state. But recently, winter just isn't the same in Minnesota these days. And as the latest Minnesota is among the fastest warming states, and Minnesota's winters are warming faster than its other seasons. Data from the Long-time residents who enjoy winter sports and activities have done their best to adjust, but it's not always easy. During mild spells, some sled dog races have been shortened or cancelled. Snowmobilers, even Minnesota's beloved moose, have felt the effects, with parasites that don't die off in milder temperatures a leading cause of moose deaths, according to a state study. Grousing about the weather is regular conversation in the state, but plenty of Minnesotans actually love winter and say it's part of their identity. Many are concerned. Wednesday. To be sure, Minnesota still gets cold. Minnesota's winter season has gotten shorter since 1972, with an average of 16 fewer days from the first frost to the last, and about 12 days less of ice cover on the state's lakes. The winter season is warming faster than other seasons because greenhouse gases are trapping heat in the atmosphere at a time when the Earth is supposed to be cooling, said Kenny Blumenfeld, senior climatologist for the Department of Natural Resources. While Minnesota, the changes are felt by many. Musher Frank Moe loves running his sled dogs on cold winter nights under the stars, when the air is crisp and everything is quiet. But there are fewer opportunities now because of patchy snow. He's seen several win. That's what Moe did. A decade ago, No one has tallied the economic impact, but milder winters take a toll on some businesses. Steve Crumley, a snowmobiler who loves traveling the state with the Eden Prairie Snowdrifters Club, said his group canceled several trips because of poor conditions. Olson, the Vasilopit race volunteer, said he's worried about what's in store in the years ahead. Associated Press writers Doug Glass in Minneapolis and Blake Nicholson in Bismarck, North Dakota, contributed to this story. Follow Amy Ferlitti on Twitter http://www.twitter.com/amyferlitti. Search for location/city.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,